EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Dobbs goes in motion. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Oh, he's going to be stopped up right at that unofficial yellow line, but I do believe he got the 2 yards. Yes, confirmed by the referee. It's a first down. Jackson throwing out left and finding Likely. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Second down and 4. They run over center with Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now it's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Tucker's kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Check that. Go.
Now Hall to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Richardson going to change the play here. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Panther streak. Panthers. Hustle.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Flush to his right. And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Breece Hall, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson now. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson. complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional soft spots and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Well, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
From his own end zone, it's Richardson. He's got him in, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. Off play action, Richardson. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd down, here's Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On first down, Richardson. 3 He's home. He's strong on the ground and through the air. And the Colts are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play. Here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they send a man in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Mitchell. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here midway. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And Richardson back to throw it. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. Stride for really good yardage.
Going right back to Knox and again a completion. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, smash Bronco! Mustang 19!
They'll give to Hall. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
60 Eagles!
Now it's Richardson. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
70, 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Richardson working from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this. He's got his target. It's clear for the Colts to touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
Well, I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Hey, check that, street, ready.
Richardson to throw off play action. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Ball again. It's David Ajabo there for the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead is Hall. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Richardson looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Alec Pierce, 34 yards. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They go play action with Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll run with Mitchell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mitchell again. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bring it out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go play action with Richardson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Buffalo 18.
Now Richardson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Liking 18. Ready?
Richardson off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Huntley. That's caught. It's Flowers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Huntley to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Craft all 80. Curve 19. Curve 19. Draft 60, trap 60.
Here's Huntley. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Check mash, check mash.
Motion man right, that's Pierce. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Richardson to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Hall on a give up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
19, Tiger, 9. Ready.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Dawson Knox, 57 yards. And the Colts are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26 yards.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them in contract time.
Throwing Going again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Ready.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Bond going to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Strike. Check. Strike. Right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, it doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Opposite. Green.
It's a quarterback sneak. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Come on, set.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Okay, right? Ready?
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA.